What's your deal? I'm Supergirl. You playing dress up? More like beat 'em up.
Begin.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Ambu Fight Club. It's Ambu Son Goku again here with Ambu Dark Grins. We're here to do another full breakdown for the Injustice 2 beta. We're going to go with Supergirl today, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to start with her normals, and we're going to go with start with her standing one. Its startup is 8 frames and it's -4 on block, so not really going to be punished, but it is negative. Her back one, which is looks like this, it's a forward advancing attack, so that's good. You can bait your enemy on, dash in, and just punish. That is a startup of 9 frames with -10 on block. Our down one is actually a low. Not everybody's down one is a low, but hers is, and its startup is 7 frames and it's -5 on block. Her standing 2 looks like an around the clock punch right there. Its startup is 8 frames and it's -5 on block. Her back 2, she sticks out her foot, which can lead to an overhead string, but we'll get to that later. Its startup is 10 frames and it's -4 on block. Now on that move in particular, its hit advantage is plus 22 frames, so that's good to know. Her forward 2 is its startup is 12 and it does 2 hits, and it's -10 on block. Her down 2 is startup is 7 frames. Again, one of it is her fastest attack and equal to her down 1. Her down 1 is 7 frames, her down 2 is 7 frames. However, her down 2 is -18 on block. It's very, very punishable. Her standing 3, her startup is 13 frames, but she's only -2 on block, so nobody's going to be punishing that. Now her forward 3 is her startup here is 45 frames and is -5 on block. However, if you do the forward 3 by itself, it's got a neutral stance. If you do the forward 3 and then hold back, she covers very little distance. Or you can do the forward 3 and hold forward, and where she covers a lot of distance. And now we'll get to the back 3. Her back 3 has startup of 30 frames and is +9 on block, whereas the forward 3 is -5. On those moves, if you have a bar of meter, you can meter burn them, which they will absorb 1 hit of armor. Both the back 3 and the forward 3 will absorb 1 hit and still go forward. If you hit them 2 times, you will break the armor and break them out of the attack altogether. Note that those attacks can also be canceled to fake your enemy out or to avoid getting punished by anything. So forward 3 or back 3 can be forward canceled or back canceled. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to her strings. Okay, before we get to the strings, actually, we're going to show you guys the up away, the back away, and the dash in meter burn moves that you can use in this game to get in on your opponent or even get away from your opponent continuously juggled. So I'm gonna have Grins here. Actually, if he's zoning me, we'll start with that one. If he's zoning me with either Superman, Supergirl, Batman, whoever you got in the game, you're just really trying to get in, you can hit forward and R2 and you will dash cancel in with the meter burn attack. Just like that. That's forward and R2. Now I'm going to have him back 3 me, and I'm going to show you the up away and the back away using a bar of meter. Grins, go ahead. That's the up away. Now if that move is red, it can be punished, mid-screen or corner. I'll go ahead and do it again. I'm going to show them the back away. Oh, wow, actually I got punished out of that. That's proof right there that even the back away can be punished if red. And then also in this game there's a block push. Whenever you're blocking, I'm gonna have Grins just kind of Grins, do your 1-1-2 like that. You just hit forward R2 whenever I just kept messing up right there. We just hit forward R2 when you have a bar and they're applying too much pressure, and that covers all that. Now we're going to hop into her strings. Okay, now to Supergirl strings. I've already gave you start up on all her beginning moves, so all her standing 1s, standing 2s, forward 2s, etc., etc. So I'm just going to give you the the block frames on all of these strings. On her 1-1, she is -7 on block. On her 112, she is positive 7 on block. Keep that in mind, it's very important. Her 1-1 up 3, I wouldn't advise using unless you are have hit confirmation, because that move is negative 28. Now her back 1-2, she's negative 12. Her back 1-2-3, she's negative 10. On her 2-1, whoop, that's not 2-1. 2-1, she is negative 8. On her 2-1-2, she is negative 1. And remember, that's a restand, so there you go, restand. All right. Her 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, which isn't even gonna happen unless you're hitting her. As a matter of fact, block them. Let's make sure. Or you can kill me.
I can knock you down all day.
Just block. Yeah, it doesn't even happen unless you're on hit. So they say it's negative 134 frames, but it's kind of pointless in telling you because it's not gonna happen unless you're hitting anyways. Her back 2 and then 1-3. That is negative 36. The second hit isn't overhead, and you can meter burn it right now. As she's slamming him down, you can meter burn it and continue to combo. However, if they block that, very punishable. So good for mix-ups though. Her forward 2-3 is all of that. And it puts her in the air. It is negative 1 on block. It puts her in the air. Now, she in her special attack, she has an air grab that when whiffed, it leaves her +4. So go ahead and grins block for me. So if I do the forward 2-3 and then air grab, I can be down here poking. Just keep that in mind. And then her forward 2-3-1 is negative 7
Now don't you feel
on
silly.
block. And that's all of her strings. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with her special attacks, but we're going to go ahead and let you know that she has an air dash back by hitting back or forward in the air. I want to go over that first because she has a ton of strings. She can cancel into that. First things first is she has a move called the Rising Sun Strike. It's probably one of her best wake ups in her moves list, and it has invincibility for frames on wake up. But if you do it and meter burn it, you can hold the meter burn version by holding 1, and then you can dash forward out of it or continue. So I can hold that up there, and I could have dashed out. That's dashing forward. You can also dash back. You can hit a button. You can do whatever you want. The next one is called her Super Hover, and it can only be done in the air. It's also by hitting down back 1, and the startup frames is 0, and it's negative 50 on block. But you can hold it as well by holding 1, and you can dash out or back. But you have to let go of 1 if you're gonna dash, because if you're holding 1 and try to go forward and backwards, it's not gonna do it until the time is expanded for that move to be over with. Next one is her Frost Breath. Now with the Frost Breath, it's kind of strange to me here because, okay, the startup of this move, it's down forward 2 by the way, it's 16 frames, but its block is negative 21. That's just doing it as is, just down forward 1, letting go of, down forward 2 and letting go of 2. You can hold that, which it says here if you extend it, it leaves her +1. Now, as Darkwing just showed you, I'm blocking. Her down 2 clearly punishes that. Now, you can keep it safe by spending a bar of meter, which says here it leaves her negative 6, which boggles my mind again, because the extended version says +1, and I'm being punished, or I can do that. Oh, do that again. And I'm safe. I'm safe as can be. Or I can just let go of it off its rip, and I'm also negative 6 on that. But so you take what you get from that. The next move she's got here is her spaceport. That's where she teleports. You do have to block the opposite direction. The startup on that move is 33, and its block advantage is negative 23. So you can also do it in the air, and the frames are still the same. The startup is 33, and it's negative 23 on block. The meter burn version, its startup is its startup is 14, and it's negative 26, but it hits as an overhead. It hits as an overhead. So keep that in mind. Now we have the Kryptonian Okay, now with the Kryptonian Force, it's back forward 3, and it knocks him across the screen. And its startup frames is 20 frames, and it's -9 on block. However, you can meter burn it after the move has been, like, you gotta hit back forward 3 and then meter burn, and its startup is 17 and it's -29 on block. But if she's full screen, she can wrap you up in that, and you do stay like that for quite a while. I have all the time in the world to go make a sandwich, come back, and then still back 3. Her next move is only done in the air. It's her air grab. It's down in L1, so it's down and grab. Now, it says that its startup is 9 and it's +4 on block. So that's pretty much that move there, except for the fact you can also meter burn. So you can meter burn the move and just go ahead and combo off of it. And that covers all of her special attacks. Now we're gonna go ahead and show you some tech, along with what we know of with Supergirl so far, what's punishable, what you can do to gimmick your opponent, and more. Actually, before I forget, before we start on all the tech we've learned so far, I want to go ahead and cover her character power. She can, you can just tap it, and she'll shoot it straight. You can, if you're holding back and do it, she shoots up. If you're holding back and do it, she shoots down in the air. I can hold back and down, and she shoots it close. I can just hold down, and she shoots it far but low. Same thing over here, I can hold down, or I can hold back and down and shoot it closer. And now if you hit R2 and circle at the same time, she'll unleash the whole thing, but you have to have your full trait in order to do it. Right, that's what it looks like. You can do the same thing in the air by hitting up, and then after you jump, hitting up again and trait. Only you don't need to have your full trait. Yeah, it's just have some. And then anywhere in the air you can do it. So that covers her trait. Now we're gonna move on to some tech. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I was gonna go over the character trait and frames. There was a reason I didn't. That's because for tech setups that we have to show you, like I said. Just note that the up laser by holding back and trait is +13. The straight is +9, and the low, no matter close or far, is +3. You could use gimmicks revolving around the up laser and then to a down 1. If they read that though, if they're fast enough, they can't punish it with a down 2. Yes, that was me trying to do a down 1 afterwards. Didn't work out, but the odds of your opponent expecting that are slim, because you could easily just, or I'm sorry, that's safe. Once the laser touches them, that's safe. Then you could do another one, etc., etc., to keep yourself safe. So that's some good gimmicks there. In the corner, Grins, if you let go of block, please. If you get them in this, it's a B&B with her forward 2, 3, and then you're going to do the down 1 in the air and the standing 1. Now you could do that up to 3 times, and I'll show you what you can do afterwards as options. Now right there, I ended it with the restand. That was the 2-1-2, and after that I could have done 1-1-2 down, 1-1-2 down laser, and did that. If they would have tried to poke, that they got caught, I'd have froze them, and then I'd have went right back into the combo again. Or I could have just ended the combo with the 2-1-2-1-2-1, or I could have did the restand, and then they just went straight for a down 1 into the laser, or down 1 into freeze breath. However, if you decide to go for it a 4th time, matter of fact, I'm about to kill him, so let me get that out of the way. You can do that up to 3 times, like I'd already mentioned before, but if you decide to go for it a 4th, then you leave yourself open for a 50-50 mix-up. Right there. You can do, when you can come down with the jump in 2, and then do 1-1-2 breath, because normally it doesn't put them on the other side. Or you can come down with a 1, and it hits on the overhead, but on the opposite side. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now remember earlier we said that the air grab is +4 on that's even on hit. That's once you grab them. Now you can leave yourself, as soon as you land, to be able to attack. So her forward 2-3 string puts her in the air, and you can either you can cancel that into the down back 1, and then do maybe a 1 or 2, 3, whatever you want, or air dash. It don't matter. Or you can do the air grab. And if you do the air grab, you are leaving yourself plus. So, oh, that was a mistake. But I'm gonna have him try to poke here after I do the air. Yeah, after I do the air grab. As you see what that can do for you. Now, we tried testing it out where we would do that and we would try to have him grab, but because that's happened to us a couple of times in battle. However, that doesn't actually work. That down 1 will beat out the grab every time. So you leave yourself completely safe there. So that's just good tech for you to know. Alright, we have a couple more things to show you tech-wise before we get into a quick little combo video. One of those things is on the air grab. It don't matter where you're at in the screen. You can dash over and cross your opponent up. So we're going to do that now. And dash over. Now after you dash over, and you have a couple of options. You can down 1 and go for a grab. You can down 1, down laser, and then down 1 again into the air breath. You can back 2 and then 1 and 3 and go for the overhead. Or you can do the back 1-2 and go for the low. Always keeps your opponent guessing. And then last but not least, if you do a combo where you end up doing the back 3, you can do a jump 3 and then a jump 2. Jump 3, jump 2, 1-1-2. Now nothing else is going to link after that. You can do a 1-1 to the back forward 3. That will hit. You will get a hit confirmation. Or you can go for a little bit of setup we got over here. Do the back 3, well, or kill your opponent. If you do the back 3, jump 2, 1-1-2, back forward 3. Oh, I fucked up. Then do a neutral jump. You land on top of them, and then you can do a neutral jump. And it actually is random what side you land on. So you can mix them up in that. There you go. That's all the good tech we found so far with her, but you can take that a long way. Also, we want to note that me and Grant just went through her entire moves list from the standing 3 to the back 1-2 to from the back 1, the standing 2, the standing 2-1. We went through all of her strings trying to find a way to cancel and connect into her meter burn teleport, which we found none. Not even the down 2, which its hits. It's active 57 frames, but because like she don't cancel it until so far after, it just won't connect. The only thing we could think of is like, I mean, you guys obviously do it mid combo, like something like that, or if you freeze them first, if you spend the bar to freeze them, you could spend another bar to get them with the overhead thing, overhead teleport. So we was thinking the best way to use that is just to do it like if your opponent's zoning you out with something like that, or if she does the R2 and trait, you could teleport in there and then back 3. But that's all we could think of. We just want to let you guys know that don't try to do any strings into it, because if you know, even if you hit them with that, the odds of them getting hit with that if they have good reaction are slim.
Now don't you apologize.
Supergirl wins.